Welcome to Owls Week 2. Okay, so last vlog was cut like on rush because I just knew it was gonna be so freaking long. I just had so many time lapses of the same thing. But that's just my life, I do my online classes because quarantine and social distancing and COVID-19 and stuff. This coronavirus, it's happening and we can't actually go out. So it's a thing. So yes, and online classes, studying, and then reading, and that's it. So I actually don't do much more. That's it. I actually don't go out, don't commute, so don't expect nothing more exciting than that. I don't like cooking, so no cooking tutorials for you. Well, I actually might try something I actually want to try and bake scones. I don't know, I like them. I can't get them. Maybe I will try and bake them myself. It's just an idea that's been pestering my mind. Maybe nothing will come of that. But today's plans. So I already got through my morning classes, which is actually really fine. I am actually pretty brain dead. It's actually we're learning the Rocha test, but it's an ink stain where like they show it to you and you're supposed to see something and say an answer. They interpret something of an answer because you're projecting something, in yada yada, and each answer has a different interpretation and whatever, each bit and bob, and it's brain melting, just like it's hard and brain melting, and I'm just really tired and I feel like napping. And then in the afternoon I have marketing again because my schedule doesn't change and it's been a week. And tomorrow I have a quiz for which I need to read. I haven't read. I need to read a bunch. I lost my clip, but I have to study behavioral therapy. BT. It's history of behavioral therapy. It's not that much. The margins are huge. But I also want to fit because I didn't do reading yesterday. But I oh my god. I don't know what to do. I've been rambling about 10 minutes already. And I want a coffee and some cookies because my breakfast was sad because I fell asleep. And so I just drank milk and sat in my computer, take my class. Now I'm hungry. Want coffee and cookies. Okay, help me out here. In half an hour I have this support class, which lasts an hour. And we have no clue if it's gonna be like via email or which online platform we're gonna do this because we're literally clueless. Which kind of stressed me out. Then what? Then I could like, should I do a time-based reading of these? Alternating like book and, yeah, I should do a time-based. Or should I do like page-based reading of this? Like, should I mark like read the introduction and then read 5 pages of the book? That take me ages. Really like mark, read the introduction and then 5 pages. Second part, 5 pages. Until I have marketing. And then my quiz is tomorrow, which is Thursday. Since I don't go out, even if I have class, it's just hard to remember which day it is, because sometimes like I get the invitation for the class like on Monday and I swear like, is it today? Like, it's today Wednesday and I'm just like lost, but I just had this class. Am I wrong? And I just get so lost in the week because teachers are just planning their classes ahead and I just get the invitations early and it's like a mess. So, which is Thursday, supposedly. Tomorrow is Thursday, supposedly, at 1. But I don't want to have anything to read tomorrow morning. This is a mess. A mess. Mess. Let's see how this goes. Just let's see how this evolves into whatever. So, you know how I had plans for yesterday? Well, nothing of that happened because it just kept feeling more and more ill until we had like to run to emergencies, and it turns out that I have kidney stones. And I just feel awful. Just gonna try and read a bit now and actually just sleep more. I'm just in a little lot of pain. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. It's just like, we'll see how it goes day by day. Just hear me out. Today is Tuesday, the 14th. And, you know, it's like, I'm just gonna combine vlog of week 2 and week 3 because just like week 2 was a disaster health-wise. I did read a bunch. Like, I have only about 100 pages left, but it just happened to be in a 24-hour readathon that the Gryffindor prefects hosted on Saturday, like this past Saturday. So, and I didn't vlog it because I was like still feeling kind of ill, still kind of in bed, and just didn't feel like vlogging. And I was like trying to rest, not getting able to, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna read a few pages, try to sleep, read a few pages, try to sleep. And that was just like the dynamic. And now this is an incredible book. It's beyond words. It's really super complex, and the themes it touches and how it explains it, how it touches them. It's like, I get why it has the awards it has. It's a great book. It's a great series. I'm really into it. It's very painful. I want to say painful. Like, it's not a very happy read at all. It's very profound and raw. It's a good word to describe this read. It's a raw read, and I am actually really enjoying it. I'm like, it's not a full 5 stars. I don't know why. It's just like, it's not in like the favorite tier, but it's like a really good 4.5. Like, but I am actually leaning really heavily into a 4.5. I still have that feeling like too little book left, too much left to answer, and I mean, like, for my ratings are very gut feeling guided, because books are a very personal thing. I guess I'm not giving it a 5 star because I still want like more out of this, and there are a few bits that kind of bother me, specifically like Jane, I like her, don't get me wrong, but she makes me angry. So yeah, chapter 16, Defense, and I need to get on top of uni work again because I fell back and I have a bunch of tests next week. So I have a bunch of reading to do, and I fell back because of health issues. I wasn't behind before. I was catching up actually. It's like really caught up. Fell behind again. Need to cut up. Got a bunch of tests next week. Still gonna try and finish this one. And either start I think I will start Nevernight. I think I will choose Nevernight for my white cover for Charms, because I think I will go faster through the audiobook. And since I still have the like digital copy, the Kindle copy, I can still follow it, so like I won't be staring into space while I'm listening to it. I could still like plow through it faster, you know, like on my own I am a slow reader. I go faster through books with audiobooks. When I have both, I can actually double the speed. So that's my hope, and then I will have just Misery left and I'll be done with the Owls. Hopefully. I just have 2 weeks left. We're getting halfway through the month, and I just finished 1 book, and I really want to be a broom maker. I still could like catch up before August. Like, August is when like things go actually down and you actually need to be on top of your shit. But I would really like to be like down with my Owls in April, you know, when I meant to. So yeah, now back to uni work, so I can actually have spare time to do this. Hey, so executive decisions. Wait a minute. I'm gonna mute this because I didn't think of this before. Mute. It's May 1st. I haven't finished my Owls because uni has been crazy, actually, and been getting in the way. You know, adjusting has been hard. So since it's my game too, I'm gonna put my rules, and I'm gonna still read the books I wanted to read. I'm gonna still log it, so whatever, gonna still do it and still count it, because my game, my rules, whatever. Executive decisions. So this much of Speaker for the Dead. Amazing book, incredible. I just love it so freaking much. Obsessed. And I've been so sad that I haven't been able to read at all, like at all, for the past like 2 weeks, because it's been insane in uni. You know, so much work on top of work, on top of work, on top of work. It's like insane. But yeah. And yeah, obviously stand aside, it wouldn't be for the Owl nor for my seminar and nothing, but it is the continuation of the Ender saga, and I am obsessed. Like, the more I keep going into this, the more this is turning to be a 5 out of 5 book. Like, I was 4.5, but I just love it so much. It's incredible. I'm enjoying it so much. It's so much fun. I ranted like at 3 a.m. at 6 a.m. Like, when I could read, I ranted like to this friend. And was like so mad at her. Like, why? Oh, I was so mad. I was so mad. Ranting at 3 a.m. Just like, it was an all-nighter, okay? It was a 24-hour readathon or a 12-hour. It was during the night, whatever. And I was like, how dare you do this to me? I will never. Oh. The weirdest hour, and just ranting because this was so good. Can't wait to finish it. Can't wait to start the other one. And I also have this dreadful feeling that nothing can be solved in this little book. This little book left. So sorry that I didn't vlog the rest in April, but you know, life is not that easy. Still gonna keep going and do my thing because my gamer rules. Last night I finished Speaker for the Dead. Oh my. Oh my. I just, first of all, 5 out of 5 stars. Amazing book. Amazing. Like, I get why it has all the awards that it has. It made me feel so much stuff. Such a wild ride. It was so good. It was amazing. It made me think so much. It made me feel so much. Can we get I'm just gonna put like a bit of like an alert here so I can get a bit spoilery about it, because I just need to rant about it. Just 2 specific things to just freak. I know that Miro is a teenager and stuff, that he's 19 and whatever. It still was so stupid. So stupid, and then he couldn't take the consequences of his own actions, and was like, I know it's normal to be angry at the consequences and stuff, and the self-pity was like a bit much. I know it shouldn't rise this much for me. It just that it was done so well, and it was so impulsive, and he didn't think it through, even though it was his work life that he was spending on, and he didn't think it through. And he, as a scientist, he had worked all his life to be a scientist, and when it mattered most, he didn't take it as a scientist. He was pure emotion, and fricked it up so bad for himself, because it started out something great for everybody else. I mean, yes, maybe it also may have started a war and stuff, but also it was the beginning of something so great. But he can't feel anything but self-pity about it. And he can't like get the bigger picture here, and it's like so frustrating. Some of the things that you can do as a psychologist is try to work the things, those feelings, into that person that's feeling so bad. But through a book, you can't shake that person. You can't talk that sense into them. You just watch them suffer. So I guess that's hard. That bothers me so much. That's why it bothers me so much. That's why it gets to me so badly. And it hurts me that Ender feels so like... He feels like he has his hands so tied up to do anything about it to make Miro feel better. And then there's Jane, which she just pisses me off because I feel like she's toying with everybody else's life because she will surpass them. She's living these so many great lives, and she lives 50,000 years in the matter of an hour for us. And she's ancient and wise and stuff, and we are so worthless to her. And yet she says that Ender was so great to her. But if it hold anything dear, if Ender hold anything dear for her, why is she treating him that way? Why? It's so cold. She's really toying with him and taking advantage of Miro in his vulnerable spot. I mean, I feel like... I'm gonna sneeze. I feel like she knew what Miro meant to Ender, and that's why she presented herself to Miro. And she's so open with Miro, and so like it was with Ender and stuff, yet she refuses to tell her name. When it was one of the first things that she did with Ender. It's like a mirror conversation of like, what do I call you, with Ender. And Miro mirrored that conversation. And she refused to tell the name. Miro may never have access to a jewel, so he may never be able to carry Jane wherever. Can she accept that? Or will she just trash and crush Miro because she couldn't get her way? And humans are disposable. Because this whole conflict with Ender was because Ender was dealing with the loss of his sister, which was her human companion. His entire life, he was born and O.W.L was there. You know, O.W.L gave him the name Ender. She was there through the war. Jane came after. Jane became sentient after the Bugger War. And he was dealing with such great grief and was also doing work. And she didn't take the hint and started saying hurtful stuff in Valentine's voice in an unfortunate moment. And it was messing with the work. It was hurting, and he just needed to do something. Otherwise, he was gonna break. She says she understands, and yet she acts this way. She must know how Ender feels about it, how he waits, how he does penance, how guilty he feels about it. She must have heard what he told Miro, how Ender thought of himself as a lover to her, and how he felt that he betrayed her because of the way she treated him. But she hurt him first, and then she kept hurting him, and he keeps asking for forgiveness, and that's just abusive. And now she's taking advantage of the pain that Miro feels, of the defenselessness that Miro feels, and the sense that Miro actually feels like he will never get anything better than Jane. Because he can't do better. He can't do physical human contact. Even though for Miro, it's real. While for Ender, Jane was everything. Miro doesn't get it that way. And it's so wildly different. I don't know if she gets that sense. She's so wildly human for what she is. And she thinks she's so above us all. Playing with the lives of these people, feeling such envy for Novena. Envy for the love that Ender is capable of. I feel like that is why he's taking advantage of Miro, because Ender feels like he's his son, and it's a thing that Jane will never be able to give to Ender. And I feel like the wreckage in Miro's life, it's because of Jane. Otherwise, the gate would have opened and Miro would have run away with the piggy, and he would have become the renegade and would have left the human tribe and all that stuff, you know? He would have run away and the gate would have opened for him. But because of how Jane acted and planted those files, they were discovered and processed for treason. So she actually destroyed everything. Toyed with everybody's life and actually dares to act hurt and to guilt trip others because of her own actions. And that just pisses me off so much. Oh no, it's... But yeah, that was like kind of the end of my rant. Amazing book. Amazing. The politics, the religion thing, the conception of Brahman. I want to say prójimo. It's like peer. I don't know what the word is in English, but it got to me. Like, it was wonderful, amazing. Like, wow. It blew my freaking mind. I really enjoyed it. Again, 5 out of 5 stars. Today is gonna be a busy day. Still, today at some point, I plan on starting officially Nevernight by J. Christoph, which is my charms assignment. Projections, 4 stars. I mean, I'm starting it again because like last year, I started it. Something happened in between and I left it there. Something else came up and got my attention, like a new shiny thing, and started a new book. Happens a lot. Like, if you check my Goodreads, I have like always currently reading at least 3 books, and I haven't updated like 2 of them in 4 months. I feel like with the Kindle, I'm gonna actually be able to read in class. That's the truth. I'm gonna be able, with the actual physical book, I'm gonna be able to sneak in more reading than with the audiobook. But with the audiobook, I'm gonna be able to read faster. Overall, I expect to be reading more. Okay, so here comes your flow report, because I'm dead and my back hurts and the floor is actually really comfortable in keeping my back straight and, you know, actually cracking and comfy. Oh my god, I'm so tired. So last time I talked to you, I said I was gonna start Nevernight. It did not happen because shit happens and disasters happen, and I got to contain university emergencies and work so much. So much. And also, I got sidetracked. Because on May, well, too many events happened that got me sidetracked. And hence, this bad boy is here. Stephanie Meyer announced Midnight Sun. Just let that sink in. I was living my best life, you know. I was living a good life without it. Now I just I don't want to need it in my life. I know I have to read it now, that it's gonna be a book that exists, you know. Just gonna have to read it whenever it's out. I'm gonna get it on the Kindle, and because no, I'm just not like no, because it's gonna take like another year to get here, and I'm not gonna wait more. Just gonna get it in the Kindle and get it out of the way. Just ASAP. And that's in August. So the girls that translate the owls, the magical readathon, are actually doing an anti-reading, an anti-read-along, kinda. They're calling that, or something like that, of Twilight. And discussing it, and they have like templates and stuff. And it was easy. And I was just having such a stressful time with uni, and I was like, you know what, I need something that's comforting and known. So I just fell into this. Not very far at all. Like, I've been reading these for, 8 days. It's May 8th. And I'm on page 70. You see how boring this is? That it stays open wherever. It's awful, and it's so much fun. It's so much teenage angst. I still plan on starting, like, reading both Nevernight and Twilight. And I don't plan on taking much longer with Twilight. Like, the main bulk of my work is done. Finally. I think. I'm so glad. I need a rest. And I just need to manage a bit better. That's my report. Really enjoying the anti-read-along. Not much to say since I'm not very far. Still planning on reading Nevernight. Still planning on reading Misery. And those would be my owls. both reading Twilight still, and it's the 12th, by the way, May 12th. just let's assume that my updates are sporadic. What can I tell you about Twilight? I am loving this ass, and it's so angsty. Just like, oh my god, I love it. It's so angsty, and just like the bad angst. It's like the good bad. You know? It's so funny. Because they're so teen, but the toxic teen. And they're out there, you know? That's why it was popular. Because they are out there. They're people out there like that. Awfully clingy and have feelings. Dude. Twilight. I'm in the part where there's Edward and Bella are starting to be friends. Like, until she's smart enough, they can try to be friends. So, like, it's like, Edward, your bipolar disorder is showing, and you know, Bella, your attachment issues are kind of showing, you know? Just saying. Just saying. But they're so sassy to each other, like... Also, Bella is so mean to her friends. Like, the only actual friend relationship that she kind of has is with Angela. Like, I can still not stand Jessica because she's like very interested. Like, I can get behind that because it's a very reciprocal, is that a word? You know, they treat each other the same. Bella and Jessica treat each other the same. So I still don't stand by her. Still. And Lauren, still bad, but the way Bella treats Mike and Eric, I don't like the golden retriever thought, you know. I get you're annoyed and stuff, but you know, you don't call your friends. I mean, I never did. That's a whole nother discussion. Just like Angela is like a real friendship. I can stand that. You know? I mean, I stand behind that, the Angela friendship. The rest, it's just like a weird situation. Those are my thoughts on Twilight. Still really enjoying it. Still, by toxicity level, I would kind of give it a 2-star. It's not setting a good example for the youths today. Even though I'm really enjoying it, I am very, very aware that it's a guilty pleasure. And it's very tinted by nostalgia. So it's something to take into consideration. I'm also 17% into Nevernight. Boy, am I loving this book. So, it's very gruesome. Not by the faint of heart. Again and again, J. Kristoff has said, this is not a YA book. This is an adult high fantasy book. So the expectations should be set right for that. And it is very gruesome. I love the way it's written. And since I am doing the audiobook and the Kindle version, I just incorporate the way the audiobook is narrated, incorporates the footnotes. so smoothly. It's one of the main critiques that this book has, the footnote format. But with the audiobook, it's incorporated just so well. And it expands so much more, and it's just like soothes my craving for knowing more about this new world. It's just incredible, amazing, just everything. This, oh, it's so rich. I'm over the moon with this book. It's wonderful. The descriptions, the way it uses words, it truly transports me. And the time skips, it also has that. It comes back and forth in time, just telling us what happened to get us here. But here, it's not just the end product, but the narrator is telling the story from him knowing the end. So it's just all the way magical. The narrator, is aware that he's telling a story, and it's so good. It's so well written. It's so action-packed, and it's so full of mythology and new ways, magic. Wonderful. It's a great experience. So yeah, having a great time with my reading. It's a bit of a downtime in school, in uni. Thank goddesses. Since I only have just one reading quiz and one assignment to turn in this week, next week. It's still a bunch of work, but it's just less than it was last week. So maybe I can cramp a bit more stuff. Quarantine didn't get to my neighborhood. That's the word I'm looking for. Quarantine didn't get to my neighborhood this round, so we're still social distancing, but we don't need a permit to go grocery shop. So that's kind of a relief. We don't need a permit to go walk the dog, or people are in my neighborhood and are not gonna panic because you won't be able to go out and pile up and stuff, and you know, there's not gonna be, I don't know, bread or flour in a supermarket. So it's a bit of a downtime week, which I am very grateful for. So yeah, I'm gonna get in some work, see if I can cramp in some more Twilight, because while making lunch and doing dishes and chores and stuff, I cramped in a bit of Nevernight. Also in while getting ready in the morning, because since audiobook, wonderful, right? Yes. Pumped. Let's try to keep this going. A short observation. Just, you know, I'm working. You can't see anything at all, but just you see, like, working. But I have a tiny YouTube video here, just so it makes sounds and I don't actually fall asleep while working, because if I am silent, most probably won't fall asleep. And, you know, since I've been so busy, I didn't watch any Owl's DVRs or vlogs or anything, so I'm catching up on those. Like, I have a general catch-up list in YouTube. Just like all my subscriptions, just like add, and it just like all the TVRs, and I'm watching one of the Owl's TVR, and she Sam was talking about how the career she picked fitted her. And then I started thinking how my career fitted me, because I mean, broom maker, I imagine like I wouldn't be like an industrial broom maker. I imagine, hence I'm getting the magical shop manager seminar, so I can actually do my own stuff and sell it. And I really like that. I really like crafting. You know, I knit and crochet and loom knit. I mean, I've been off that because I've been so like overwhelmed with work lately. I would really like to get back into that. I need to make time for that. But it really fits. I didn't think about it till now, that I chose something to do with my hands. And to give it away. I mean, sell it, but yeah. It just like strike me as odd, I guess. Interesting. Particularly interesting. Since, you know, I am as a psychology student and stuff, but I am getting a marketing and publicity minor. I'm minoring in marketing, and it's interesting that I chose that career with that seminar without much thinking about that, more thinking about the prompts. Yeah, it's odd. Curious. Very curious. Update. Since I mean, I've actually quite listened like to a tiny bit more of Nevernight since like I don't laugh at me last updated you, but I also said like, you know, it's gonna be a good week and it's all looking so bright, and it all went nuts after that. It all went to shit.
Nuts.
So, today is Thursday. He's my boyfriend. He's been presented before.
Have I?
Yeah. Cool. And we have a decreed quarantine for like the whole city. So we're spending the night together since we're not gonna be able to see each other for a very, very, very long while, since we don't live together and stuff. Hence, we're having game night and a fun night and off uni and stuff, and we're gonna do a drinking game that Boo is gonna, Agustin, I call him Boo, that Boo is gonna explain. I'm already a little bit tipsy, so forgive me for that.
The game that we're playing, it's called Nidhogg 2. It's the sequel of a game called Nidhogg.
Speak up.
I'm very,
Shy.
it's hard for me to get my voice out, I guess. Basically, you're like two guys, you're one guy fighting another guy. You have like swords and bows, and every time that you die, you run to the other guy's screen, and when you arrive to the other part, you win, like to the other side.
We're basically sword fighting through different stages.
Yeah, killing each other so we could advance in opposed
Stages.
Directions.
Yes. The first that gets, like, for example, through third opposing stages first wins.
We're gonna do the thing that every time that you kill the other person, you the person it is killed drinks one sip, and the killer advance until the other respawns. And when the other respawns, you have the time to put the glass down, and
so
Pick.
I have to sip before I respawn, and you have to
no. That's the whole point. That once you die, you
kill.
go and take a sip.
You kill me. I sip.
Yeah. And once you respawn,
I sip until
no.
I respawn.
You just take one tiny sip,
Okay,
so
I
you
take
don't
one, okay.
fall off and you don't die.
Okay.
Yeah.
Getting scary here.
One tiny sip.
One tiny sip.
You die. You take one tiny sip.
I
can advance
until I respawn.
Until you respawn. When you respawn, I have to detain myself, so you can put your glass down. Basically, you have the time.
I mean,
it's not gonna. You don't have to hurry. You don't have to hurry.
Okay.
Drinking. That's the whole point of the thing.
Right.
When you kill me, you have to do the same. You have to kill me. I'm gonna take a drink, and then when I respawn on the screen, you're gonna wait until I put my glass down.
Remind me of that, because I'm not gonna be merciful. You know, I get like way too
Passionate.
Yes, that's a kind way of saying bloodthirsty for this game.
I guess. No introduction.
Okay, so that's for just a kill. For a stage.
Let's make like the best of
Stage.
The best of one stage. Oh well, the winner of the stage makes the other one.
No.
The loser of the stage.
No. Like you kill me, and you advance to another like area.
Mm-hmm.
Say. For that area that you advance to.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay. You win that round. You get half a shot. Because we're two. So we don't want to actually die here. And we're actually like gonna make it to probably maybe 2 rounds. Because we're like very competitive in this game. Also, no more Twilight progress. I'm still at page 96. 95. I finished page 95, which was the last time I checked in with Twilight. What can I say? And the results, which was a factor, like an important factor of the day. The results of the translated Owl's readathon came in today, and Ravenclaw came in second place by like 45 points by this little freak. Oh,
Heck.
it was so much fun. And I got confused because I can't count. I mean, I can count, but I just get numbers mixed, and then I got the accounts mixed, and it was a mess. It was very fun. Just the readathon, you know, it's very fun. And you know, it's like round in this work. Yes, like so that's how I'm pretty.
This is difficult.
Right? They're not dancing. Okay, pause.
Yuck.
So, changing the rules. Changing the rules here. So you just saw us drink, fuck.
You just saw us drink more than we should. We changed the rules, so we drink every time that we pass sprints. You have to pass 2 sprints to arrive to the final screen.
2?
There's 5 screens, I guess.
Yes.
The center.
Pon
We have the
Pon
center.
resume. Nadie se mueve.
We have 7 screens. The center one, 3 to one side and 3 to the other. Every time that I pass a screen, she has to drink. Every time she passes a screen, I have
to drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because every time that you die, it's way too difficult.
It's way too much.
Now we have rules. We're just gonna play one, I guess, because we're gonna end up so drunk.
Told you.
Se fue.
Servant. You need to pour at least half. Okay, now I can hold it. This is too much.
I'm gonna try to aim.
That's not half. This. Ew.
That looks like half.
Let me be the judge. Another bit. 1 cup.
That looks more than half.
That's on you for losing, but I mean for winning. I guess that's what they call lose win.
Lose win. That's the silver lining. Hey, we're here to make 4 a.m. ramen for my girlfriend. It's very easy. You have to boil the water and let the put some oil in the pot. And warm it up. We're gonna grab one chunky garlic and just wanna throw it in there. Maybe half a garlic. It's good enough.
Once the oil is hot, you take it out of the heat. It's very important to get the hot oil out of the hot water because it could explode. So keep the oil, the garlic oil, out of the heat first. Once it's cooled down, you add spices. Toasted spices are better than good old bland spices. That's a bit of ginger. We're just gonna go with ginger this time. That's a bit of sesame oil. And to that, we're gonna throw the flavor packets. The oil is not sounding at all. One little pinch of vinegar.
Especially getting the ones that you appear.
That is the 4 a.m. ramen video that I watched.
It's 4?
Huh?
¿Era 4?
Yeah, it's past 4.
Jesus.
Mañana te voy a despertar a la ayuda, tía.
Es a la 1:30.
Por eso.
It's at 1:30.
Bueno,
Are you recording?
sí.
It's at 1:30. It's delicious. There's that. We're twinning! We're twinning BJs! Are we good yet? Drunken ramen.
Drunken ramen.
Homemade
Homemade modified
by the
ramen.
boo.
Yeah.
Fucking love nori.
It's really good. I can describe the process, but it's not the same showing it. Wait, the next time that we do it, we can do it with multiple angles or something.
With your phone. And mine.
I'm gonna eat some before it's over.
Hey. So I'm coming to you in my PJs. Mostly just to wrap up this part of the vlog and tell you that I barely dance anymore. I'm a little over 100 pages in Twilight. I'm at 21%. 21? Yes, 21% in Nevernight. Loving both, but way too different reasons. They're way too different experiences. But I think I should go more on detail on my thoughts in the next vlog that still I'm gonna start just right away, so I'll just sign off. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll be seeing you very, very soon. Bye!